Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and following the exciting news of the Nordschleife hitting Assetto Corsa Competizione last week, it has also now been added to the low fuel motorsport races. Now this all seems simple enough, except they've also added a license test to it, and the license test involves doing 2 laps with an average time of 8 minutes 38 seconds, 0.4. Now my fastest lap when I was racing the 60-minute race was about an 8 minutes 50, so a little bit off the pace. So I changed car and had a little bit of a practice in the Ferrari 296, and I got that down to an 8 minute 54. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can do this. I then watched the 24-hour race over the weekend that was run by LFM, and I was following Chardier, who a lot of you probably follow as well, and he was lapping in about 8 minutes 10, 8 minutes 11, and he came 11th, or his team came 11th. So you had to be pretty quick to be up there, and they did, I think, 158 or 159 laps. Someone will correct me on that. It was probably a little bit more than that, but it was a hell of an achievement. One guy, Luke Whitehead, did the whole 24-hour race on his own and came 3rd. Ridiculous. So what were the chances of me being able to go out on the license test, first time out, and get an average of 8 minutes 38? Well, my first lap out, I nudged the wall, so I had to start again, and then I did the same thing again. Very, very minor off. So my second attempt, the first lap out, I did an 8 minutes 41. Now 8 minutes 41, got to get an average. That means I need to be somewhere around 8 minutes 34, 8 minutes 35 on my second lap. Now what I have also done is I've put a setup in the car. So I started off with an aggressive setup, and I'll go through those settings with you. I'll share them with you. Tyres, it all depends on the temperature at the time. You want to be running about 27 psi, 27.5 psi at racing temperature, so to speak. I've actually since noticed on the video that I'm not that warm. Actually, I could have done with a little bit more. Moving over to the electronics, traction control and ABS both on 5. I've put TC2 up to 5 as well. Now, to be fair, the 296 is quite forgiving, but I wanted to make sure I got through it. And after we go through this setup, I'll tell you how it handles afterwards. This is a little bit overkill. You can go a little bit less on these and it's still quite drivable, and that'll find you some more time, but I just wanted to basically get through it. Fuel strategy, not too much to do there. I've left the brakes. You can probably change those to a 1, to be honest, if you're only going to do 2 laps. 2 tend to be for more, for a longer race. 1 is for a sort of sprint, if you like, so a couple of laps is perfect for that. And you don't really need to worry about a pit stop on this, so that's irrelevant. Mechanical grip, all I've done is I've turned these up a little bit, the wheel rate. That's about it on there, and the dampers, I've gone up a little bit on everything from an aggressive setup. Now, I'm not saying this is how you should set it up. What I'm saying is this worked for me. The way this car's set up, you don't get any too much lift off oversteer, which I was finding I did with the 992 GT3R. You do find, like with any mid-engine car, to be honest, you get lift off oversteer, but a lot of it is dialed out in this. But what you do find is where the back does go light, when you get back on the power, it tends to power around the corner rather than slide out stupidly sideways, unless of course it's quite a sharp corner. But this is what worked for me on this particular license test, and it may or may not work for you, but it's a good base and it's a pretty safe setup, even though it is aggressive. So grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee, or possibly something stronger, and you can see how I did. But don't forget, if it's your first time on this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment away. This is not going to be fast enough. This is going to be about an 8:41. So I need to go quicker on the next lap if I'm going to get the average. Up to about 275 down the hill. Looking for your braking point. That's not the way to do it. Got away with it. I need to go 3 seconds quicker. This needs to be an 8:35. Need to find another 4 seconds here. So that delta at the moment at the bottom on the top left says 8:38. That needs to say about 8:35, 8:34 even. Quit it. Another 2.5 seconds. No, it doesn't go any quicker. Right, worth a try. Right, let's see if we can get this left-hander.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
That was slower. Could have done with a slipstream down here. Let's do some maths. 3 and 4. This could be enough.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Just where I don't need it.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful.
I think
Not many, press on fastest now.
that's it. So after doing a little bit of maths in my head at the end of that second lap, I pretty much thought I'd done it. But you don't know until that session finishes and then it gets uploaded to LFM. And sure enough, about half an hour later, I got the message through that I did actually pass my Nordschleife license and I'm now eligible to race ACC Nordschleife. So there may be some more of those 60-minute races coming up. Thanks very much for joining me as always. See you out on track.